Greetings, Mindcrafters, and welcome to another, maybe a little chilly discussion. Actually, the sun is out, it's absolutely beautiful. Another Minecraft discussion on all things well-being. This is Kimberly Quinn. I'm so excited to chat with you today on visualizing your next move. Because we're always moving and grooving, right? Because we are spiritual beings in human experience, which means like there is no start, no end to us. Constantly moving, constantly flowing. So even if you're super happy whatever you're doing, or with whomever you're doing it, you know, it doesn't mean you can't amp it up to the next level or whatever. If you are looking to have a big change in your life, you gotta visualize it before it can happen, usually. You know, especially if it's a bigger change. And here's the thing, we're talking about the unconscious drives the bus. So it's very difficult if you've got underlying, you know, it's almost like seeds. If you got seed beliefs, let's just call them that, okay? Seed beliefs of being unworthy, not smart enough, not productive enough, you know, a good enough work ethic, not creative enough, not artistic enough or athletic enough or whatever enough it is. If you've got that going on the hard drive, not much is going to happen outside of you because you're going to keep attracting that. Because what we put out there to the universe, we get more of. It's just how it works. And we teach people how to treat us. So the thing is, because that's in the unconscious, again, hard drive, right? And basically the unconscious, implicit or unconscious memories are stored or processed in a whole different part of the brain called the basal ganglia, which is not the same as where conscious long-term memories are processed, which is the hippocampus. They're two entirely different parts of the brain. And the thing is that the unconscious is kind of just like, it's kind of like putting like a program or just on replay. The rational part of the brain, the thinking part of the brain is up here in the frontal cortex. It says, oh, hey, maybe we're ready for a change. Maybe, you know, wow, that isn't, you know, once I was bad with money when I was younger, but now I'm not anymore. I have a new story. It can rationalize our way through that. When the unconscious is left to its own devices, it just goes right back to the same old message, which are often loaded with shame. All the ways we're not enough, that were confirmed over and over by people in our lives, the media, whomever. And you know, this is why many people who are, you know, attracted to people who mistreat them continue to be attracted to people who mistreat them. They get rid of one and then another one shows up wearing a different outfit. And that's because it's all in the you know, locked into the unconscious now. So until there's some awareness there, it's brought to the surface, none of that is going to change. Same thing with money issues or whatever the issues are. So it's very important because, who was I listening to about this? It was Bruce Lipton. I got to give somebody a shout out about the spell check thing. It was brilliant. So he's talking about the unconscious is what it is, and it's messages from forever ago, from years and years ago when we were small kids. And he made an analogy with a cell phone. So when new messages come in, like let's just say it was me, that I struggled with impulse control and managing money for a lot of years, and that is not my story anymore. I have a whole different, new, better story now. It took a long time. Let's say that old story was still rattling through because something kind of triggered it and brought it up. And so my rational brain was trying to say, here's a new story, I gave it some new words. It's kind of like when somebody types you something in your phone that the phone doesn't recognize. Spell check automatically changes it to what it thinks is right to make sense of the new information. It's kind of like that with the unconscious mind. It's like, does not compute, all this healthy stuff, I don't get it. I'm smart now, what? Intelligent, what's that word? I don't have that. And it changes it to something else. So really the only way to get in there is to, number one, become aware of it. That's the first thing. It's a beautiful hill and a beautiful view, oh my God. But to really visualize, it's not enough just to think it. Thinking it is a very good start. You actually have to believe it. Believe that whatever it is going to happen for you. Next move is going to happen for you. And one thing I thought of is something I saw and I showed in my class, I actually show it in Minecraft class frequently, is the young Jim Carrey when he was just getting going. And he was on the Oprah show, you know, she's one of my favorites. And he was right after, before he did Dumb and Dumber. Anyway, when he was first getting going, he knew he had the skills, he knew he had the talents, and he started to just visualization, but actually believing he had already met people, already met producers, already met directors, and he wrote himself a check. I think it was $10,000 just to look at it. Put it in his wallet. I think it was like 3 years. And he kept envisioning himself on the stage, and I'm paraphrasing here, with maybe being at the get-togethers, all the actors together, the producers and directors, he definitely mentioned that, meeting people, the connections. And about 3 years later, he was offered the Dumb and Dumber movie to do. And wow, and he also was very clear about it doesn't mean just visualize and then go sit on the couch and have a sandwich. You know, you gotta do all, you gotta do the legwork and put in the effort too. But the visualization is huge. In general, the visualization is huge because we manifest what we believe. So the thoughts are a start. Put positive affirmations all over your mirror and fridge or wherever like that. And realize you gotta really believe that it can happen to you and that it does happen to you. Like if it's a partner, for example, if you're like, oh, like, I want a partner, that means I lack. So the universe is going to say, oh, well, they don't want one because they don't lack it. If you're not appreciating the people in your life, it's not going to happen either, because the universe says, hey, well, if they're not appreciating who's already there, then I don't think so. And it's also, down deep, you don't think you deserve like someone who's really, really good, who will treat you like a goddess or a king or anywhere in between like that, who's really going to, sort of drop rose petals at your feet. If you don't truly believe you're worthy of that you're worthy of being loved and valued, not going to happen. And here's another, like, just simple one. If you're alone and sleeping in the dead center of the bed, move over. It's kind of like, I think Rhonda Byrne said that. I was listening to her a while ago too. She even goes so far as to say to set another plate at not all the food, but just like a plate. But creating the space is the point, really. So slide over in the bed. And also, like, I'm just listening to so many people. Aaron Doughty talked about that making space thing. I think he calls it the law of subtraction. So if you want to invite something new, you got to make space for it. Because if you're flying around like a gerbil on crack with a packed schedule, guess what's not happening? A new partner, new job, any of it, new friends, any of it, because there's no space. So Aaron Doughty gave us a good visual about, just for, like, analogous to all the rest of it, is if you wanted, like, and you want to wow your coworkers with a brand new wardrobe, and then he actually showed a picture of a walk-in closet packed with clothes and shoes and everything. And he said, look, if you're asking for a new wardrobe, even a new outfit, it's not going in this closet because it was jam-packed. There's no room. So if you're asking, you put it out there that you want a partner, but your schedule's too busy, or you want a house, or you want children, or whatever, but there's no space, not going to happen either. So that's really the first thing. But then you got to visualize it. Visualize yourself already with a partner who treats you really, really well. Visualize the house. Visualize the kids. But you got to believe, like, you got to kind of be in a place where you're not shocked when it happens. Like, grateful, yes, but not surprised, because that means you're not believing it's already coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's natural for you. You don't want to put anything so up high in a pedestal that it seems like, oh wow, I can't believe I achieved this, because it's those words, I can't believe. That's like the death of that right there. Not happening. You got to actually believe that you're worthy of the partner, the job, the whatever. And then when it comes, full with gratitude, say your thank yous, because that's how the universe sends you more. But you're not shocked. Very important. But that is largely how to rewire the hard drive, the unconscious. The unconscious can be a real stinker. It's like an archaeological dig with that stuff, but it drives the bus. So if you don't make some changes, nothing's going to change in your life. It's just how it goes. All right. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the gorgeous Northern Vermont. Have a mindful day and visualize your next move.